This is the Director's Report from RebuildNH. I am Melissa Blasek, and I am the Executive Director of RebuildNH and the State Representative. We have a very busy week. House session Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. First up on Wednesday is the budget, and Rebuild is supporting the budget as amended. It overall is a great budget, but it has a lot of Reopen New Hampshire priorities, and namely state of emergency reform in the budget. And I think it's very appropriate that state of emergency reform that gives some oversight to the governor's authority during a state of emergency go in the budget, since that is something that the legislature is in charge of. And what this will do is that it will reform our laws so that every 21 days, the legislature must vote they are compelled to vote to extend it. And so this will go into effect, if it stays as it is, in July 1st, it will go into effect. All right, so then we have some other bills that you may want to also write to your representatives to tell them to support besides the budget. Please tell them to support the budget. We are supporting HB 440, HB 542. Both of those add protections to religious liberty during a state of emergency. We want them to oppose the ITL on HB 506 and HB 221. HB 506 is a great bill that changes public accommodation laws to make vaccination status and use or non-use of a medical device into a protected class. So this would keep both government and private business from being able to discriminate people who don't get the COVID vaccine, for instance, or don't wear a mask. We need them to oppose the ITL because that's a negative recommendation. We want them to support the bill. Same thing with the HB 221, which redefines the vaccine registry law to make the voluntary aspect of it opt-in versus how it's been interpreted currently, which is opt-out. And we want it to be opt-in because that protects people's medical privacy better. And then please tell your reps, but I would actually also maybe email your town councilors and city councilors to support HB 439. This is a bill that removes a single line from RSA 47:17 that controls bylaws and ordinances. New Hampshire is not a home rule state, so it means that the localities derive their authority from the state legislature. And so they have to grant them certain things. So they have in this list, like they can make noise ordinances and traffic ordinances and, control cemeteries and all. They have a list a mile long of everything that the localities are allowed to make rules about. There is nothing in there that says that they can make a rule about a mask, for instance, but they've been relying on this one catch-all phrase that could be potentially used to abuse their authority in any way, which is, it just says, and anything else that may seem for the well-being of the city. And well-being is just too broad of an authority. It's not a specific authority. So therefore, it's unconstitutional. Having done my research, I can't find any thing that towns and cities have really used this authority for, this catch-all phrase for, besides COVID restrictions. So please tell them to support that. Please try to explain those things to them. There's a lot of misconceptions going on around that bill. So it's going to be a very exciting week. I will update you afterwards so that you know what happened. All right, thanks.